Greetings, this is Charles Darwin, and I'm joined today by our cat, Spooky. Hi, Spooky. And I'm going to talk to you about two things, about animals and about religion. First, consider these animals, quite a collection of them, assembled by my daughter. And I'm also going to talk to you about religion as an adaptation. Religion evolved. How much of that evolution was due to biology and how much was due to culture, of course, is still being debated, and I do not pretend to have an answer to that question. And occasionally on this series of videos, I'm going to post something about parts of the Bible that are relevant to our understanding of ourselves and the world. But religion evolved. How much of this was natural and how much of it was cultural, I'm not going to answer. Now, of this collection of animals, this one obviously is a live animal, the rest of them are stuffed animals. Some of these animals, I'm pretty sure, are not even found on planet Earth. This one, for instance, looks like an alien life form. I don't think I've ever seen this before. And I'm fairly certain that this one is not from planet Earth. But of the animals that we consider, wild animals are very intelligent. They have to be in order to survive. Especially intelligent are the predators. Predators have to be able to find and then chase down their prey. Prey are usually intelligent also in order to be able to escape from the predators. However, they tend to be, on the average, less intelligent than the predators. Take for an example, this weasel. I've never seen a white one, but take this weasel or a black-footed ferret would be another example of this family. And these animals have relatively large brains, good eyesight. They're really good at tracking down their prey. And in the case of the black-footed ferret or the weasel, they have an elongated body form because they pursue their prey, for instance, prairie dogs, down into burrows. And it's not a pretty sight when they do that. The ferret will go down into the burrow, and the prairie dogs are not too intelligent. So when the prairie dog is asleep, the ferret will tap it on the head, like that, and the ferret will go, "Mm," and then the ferret will grab the prairie dog by the neck, and it's a bloody mess. You should see it sometime. Well, you can't because it's underground. But it's not just the predators that are intelligent, it's also the grazing animals. This is a bison, and they may look stupid, but they are not. You have to treat them with respect. Sometimes driving along Highway 385 through the Black Hills of South Dakota, where there are herds of bison, I've seen people get out of their cars, walk up to the bison, and take pictures of them. And it's only by the grace of whatever God there may be that those people are still alive. You've got to respect these ferocious and highly intelligent wild animals. As a matter of fact, although the intelligence of cats can continue to be debated, most of the animals that are stupid are those that we have bred to be stupid. That is, livestock animals. Examples would be sheep. Here's a sheep, for instance, and sheep are actually very stupid. The Bible sometimes refers to people as sheep. That is not, by the way, a compliment, just to let you know. Also, cows. Here's a cow. This one's named Elsie. This is actually quite an old cow. This belonged to my wife when she was a little girl. Anyway, livestock animals have been bred to be submissive and therefore to be stupid. And what's this got to do with religion? Well, it turns out that the monotheistic religions, Judaism and from them Christianity and Islam, evolved in places where the largest and most conspicuous animals were the grazing animals, the animals that were domesticated. These were the animals that people were familiar with. And those animals clearly were less intelligent than humans. And so from their point of view, there was humans up here, and then a vast gulf, and then the animals down here. This gave justification for the people to not think of themselves as animals, despite the fact that they would eat like animals and drink like animals and do other things that animals do that I'm not going to mention on this video. Still, they thought of themselves as being more like gods than like animals. This was not the case, however, in places where there were a lot of primates, especially the disturbingly intelligent monkeys and higher apes. Here's an example of a monkey right here. I'm pretty sure they don't dress like this in the wild. But in places where there were a lot of primates, the people tended to think more of themselves as part of the continuity of the animal kingdom. They even believed in reincarnation, where they might come back as animals. This was unthinkable to people for whom the largest and most conspicuous animals were camels and cows and sheep and goats and things like that. And so this is an example of how our biological environment has influenced the evolution of religion. Monotheistic religions in places where most of the animals are not disturbingly intelligent, and polytheistic religions in environments where there are disturbingly intelligent animals. Now, even in the Bible, you will occasionally find an intelligent animal, but it tends to be part of a story or part of a miracle. One example is Balaam. Balaam was a prophet of the Canaanites, and I'm not too familiar with the story. It's in one of the early chapters of the Bible. And he was going out on the mountainside to watch the arrival of the people who thought they were chosen of God, the Israelites. And he had to go through this mountain pass, and standing in the mountain pass was an angel of the Lord with a sword sticking out. And the donkey could see the angel, Balaam could not. And so the donkey stopped and refused to move. And of course this made Balaam rather angry. I can empathize with Balaam. There are days that I can't get my ass to move either. But anyway, when the donkey wouldn't move, finally the donkey turned around his head and spoke to Balaam and said, "Can't you see that angel there? We can't go through there. We'll be killed." But aside from occasional stories like that, the Bible portrays animals as being relatively stupid, at least not disturbingly intelligent, the way they are seen in polytheistic religions, and therefore what we think in religion is influenced by cultural and natural environment in which we evolved. It influences what we think we are. This is Charles Darwin, tally ho, and on.